Hello all, welcome to Black Girl in the World. If you don't know me, you will, and if you do, welcome back. Happy to have you here and present. How are you this fine morning, afternoon, evening, midnight? Am I a midnight podcast to y'all? I'm curious. If so, hey. You like what I did there, moving closer to the mic and all? Let's get into this conversation. This episode, we are going to be talking about women shooting their shots and if I feel like I come on too strong with it. As a growing woman, I was taught to allow the guys to approach me first. The first, hello, how you doing, beautiful, starter conversations, right? I was so upset because I never really got that unless it was from somebody I wasn't really interested in. I'm thinking to myself, darn, no cute guys at all? I was and still am waiting for someone to approach me in my language. I always thought something was wrong with me because guys never really approached me, or properly for that matter. Maybe I came off awkward and they were confused, or maybe I was just too weird and they decided to just leave me alone in it. Or maybe, hear me out, I was just not that pretty. I'm just trying to cover all my bases here by trying to figure out why I wasn't approachable. It took me a while and it was a very hard battle, but I am much better than I was before. But back then, eventually, I was really hurt. I felt my thoughts crumble on me harder and harder because I really didn't understand why nobody liked me. I felt, at first, like I was honest, kind-hearted, emotional, funny, loving, supportive, and so much more. But without anyone to share that with me, my thoughts of myself changed. Sorry, I may be diverting a little bit, but I just wanted to give you guys a little visual picture of how I felt and sometimes how I still feel. Now, I am more aggressive with loving the things I love and just loving myself, but of course, it takes time and I'm not always all the way there. As time grew, I had found myself surrounded by men who were just not afraid of approaching me, and I really liked it. I liked being in control of those opportunities. I liked that my doubts of not being approachable slowly drifted away. And I thought, and I still think, it wasn't like I wasn't approachable. I think it's just because people just weren't where I was yet. There are many times where you engage in conversations with someone that does like you and you like them back, and they would tell you that they've been watching you for a while but never said anything. You can take that two ways. You can be very offended because it is a two-way street, so speak up. Or you can think it's so cute that he knew you existed before you even realized he existed. On my days, I found that to be cute. On my best days, okay? Then I realized I'm going to take that confidence and take life into my own hands, I guess. I started flirting first, okay? I started putting myself out there. I started laughing at their jokes, even when they weren't funny. I asked them if they wanted to go out, okay? I was flirting, I was telling, I was doing all the work, and I provided a space for them to be themselves, for them to approach me. Honey, let me tell you, I did all the work. Like, I'm emphasizing it because it's true. Like, asking them, when are you available? Like, okay, like eventually when a guy realizes you like them back, they will take up on the offer and show you a good time. But I know that I started a lot of the conversations of, some guys that I talk to now. whether it is, looking for a dating person, whether it's a friendship, I did most of the work. I was no longer afraid of rejection. And I was taught to embrace being out there, because one day I will no longer be able to do it. And that is a-okay with me. When I mean no longer being able to do it, sometimes you might be in a position where you just don't feel like wanting more friends. Or I'm in a relationship with somebody and it's very strong and it's a long-term relationship and it might lead to marriage. Or I might have children. I'll be busy doing other things. So this is a perfect opportunity for me to reach out my hands and figure out who's out there and who can I talk to and who can I connect with, The part where I feel like I came off too strong is when I see a cute guy, engage with him, but he doesn't really reciprocate similar feelings. I have an example. This guy follows me and I think he is super cute, okay? He liked some of my pictures and I was getting really nervous, because usually when someone likes your pictures and then immediately follows you after, it is a possibility that they may message you. So I waited for a little while because I really didn't want to text him first. But I ended up doing it because I went on his page just to see what he had on there, and he had some really funny content. And I wanted to tell him that he was really funny. He knew he was cute. I'm telling you, he really did, because he still posts some things on his story, and I can tell he's feeling himself. I decided to message him talking about the funny videos he had on his social media, and at first, I thought we would continue conversing about, other topics and asking each other questions and whatnot, but he kind of responded to what I said about his funny videos, oh, thanks or whatever, and then left me on scene. And I was like, oh, okay. I sent him other messages over time because he would ask for people's input on his story, but he still responded with 2 simple messages and left me on scene again. I did that to people all the time, so I knew what that meant, and that was also very okay. I wasn't mad at him because he didn't owe me anything. I appreciated what he looked like on my Instagram, and that was all it was. I was fine with that. But he made me think, which is the discussion of this podcast. Am I coming on too strong? Am I too flirty? Do I show too much openness and allow people to come in too often? Am I too approachable? Am I too friendly? Am I too nice? Am I? But I realized something. I am very proud of myself for allowing rejection in my life and still continuing to move forward with any person. I am proud that I can show different sides of myself and still be me. I am a little flirty. I am fun. I am funny. I can be very serious. I am serious. I am honest. I am open, and I am closed. I am all these things. Trying to engage in someone is no different than applying for a job you've always wanted and not getting it. Hearing them say they are furthering their application process with other applicants hurt you. But you never stopped looking for other places to apply to, right? The main thing this year has taught me is boundaries. If someone doesn't text you, that is perfectly fine. There are other people out there. You got your friends. There are people that want people to text them, you know? Engage with other people who want to engage with you. It isn't their purpose to do you good. If that person doesn't text you, they may come around, but what do you do if they don't? I am learning through casual conversations like that one, no conversations at all, and even conversations where people didn't really want much from me. Now I have to think. And I don't know if you guys had these similar thoughts as well, but here's a few questions I asked myself. Have you ever given attention to someone and didn't receive the same reaction back? How did you feel? Would you have done things differently? Was that okay for you? Did you react appropriately, and why? My wish to you is that if you haven't already found someone or interacted with people with your interest, whether it is friendships or work relationships, I hope you find whatever it is in someone and they want to do the same for you in return. We need companionship in this world, and I really wish that for you in 2021. Well, that is my time for today, you guys. Be safe. I love you guys so much, and bye.